We're recording.
Okay, recording.
So I keep putting this fucking whole podcast thing off. We said we're going to do some podcasts yesterday. Yesterday I had like fucking 10 things to talk about. And I'm like, well, I'm busy. We'll fucking do it later. And we never get to it. So I have a couple talking points. Maybe will keep us on track. We have 30 minutes to do this, I think, until breakfast. So I wanted to discuss like what we were just talking about as we were leaving the gym about failure to execute, fucking, not doing shit right. And then I've got some talking points just about, along with that complacency and failure to execute, as you start doing more shit, more people are paying attention and it's driving traffic. And your traffic is good when you have dudes talking shit. And last night, like yesterday and last night, there's like 4 or 5 different fucking places with people talking shit, which tells you that you are back in their mind and your traffic is elevated.
Traffic is higher.
So, along with the failure to execute shit, what I said to Jeff was, we were looking at this kid who was training this girl in the gym, and the boys were looking at her. I go, don't look over there. Because they're checking the chick out because she's giggling and she's fucking cute and all, and she's with this little kid we call Harry Potter. And I said, don't look over there. You need to fucking look at what you're doing in the mirror. All that kid is doing is trying to get some pussy he's not going to get because he has no fucking execution. He doesn't know how to close the fucking deal. When really, she's pretty much throwing the pussy at him, but he doesn't have the ability to do that. He has that fright or whatever. And I said, that's just the complacency. That's the failure to execute. And I said, all through the day, Jeff will come to me with something and fucking say something that's a great idea, or I'll go to him, or I'll see something that spurs some other idea. And I go, I said, that's a good idea. I should shoot that to Rappaport for artwork. I should send that to Marcus for artwork. I should throw that at Mark from Dumpbox and get his twist on it and see what he thinks about it. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of this thing. I'll do it in 10 minutes or I'll do it in an hour. And before you know it, it's fucking 8 o'clock. Everybody's fucking gone. I'm like, fuck, I didn't do that. And I no longer like think it's a great idea. I've got another thing in my mind, but I'm so busy fucking just putting shit off when really I should have sat down and just fucking sent that PM to 3 different dudes and kind of test the waters with it. And that's that failure to execute. And what did you say with that?
Well, execution is the hardest phase of an operation.
But is it really though? Like, especially on my part, it would have taken just fucking sending a text with 2 sentences.
It's still the hardest part because once you execute, you're committed to whatever it is you're doing. Now, sending out art, just sending out the idea for artwork, and then somebody coming back and going, we can't draw this or whatever, whatever the thing is, that's not that big of a deal. But that for everybody, if you look at anything that people do, the execution part of it is the hardest part. So, for example, you're going to, like we right now are seeing an increase of people that are going to the gym. Technically, we're part of that crowd. Well, we started 6 weeks ago?
Probably.
Right, 6 weeks ago. We're still kind of part of that. It's getting close to December. You need to get in the gym.
When I got out of the car this morning, I go, holy shit, here's all because the cars in the parking lot doubled today from yesterday or the other 6 weeks. And I said, holy shit, it's that early New Year's Revolution phase.
Yeah, New Year's resolution. So, but the execution part is the hardest part of it. So, like, for example, John doesn't know this, but every morning I wake up and I'm like, I'm not going. I can't do this. I don't want to go to the gym. It's too fucking early. I'm going to be on my feet all day. I don't want to go to the gym. And that's like 5 seconds of just getting out of bed and executing it, making it happen. Once I get to the gym, it doesn't fucking matter. When I get to the gym, I'm not like, oh, I don't want to be here or anything like that. It's just that execution portion where I have to fucking step off and get out the door, get in the car, and go to the gym.
It's even worse than that. It's have to step out of that warm bed.
Yeah. That's the problem that a lot of people have.
It's leaving your naked ass chick who is fucking warm.
That's the execution phase. For example, John just brought it up as New Year's resolutions. 100, everybody you know is going to make some sort of New Year's resolution where they're going to be like, I'm going to quit smoking, I'm going to do this. Most of the time, it's just that execution phase. It's just you get it in your head, you're going to quit smoking, or you get it in the head, you're going to go to the gym. But once you get to the execution phase, once you're in that I'm going to the gym mode, that's the hardest part. The hardest part is just getting there. Once you get into the gym, it's fine. You're like, oh, okay, this is good to go. But it's the execution portion.
And all you guys waiting to New Year's, if you're waiting till New Year's, you're not going to fucking do it. If you're saying I'm going to do this on New Year's and you didn't start, you've already failed. Jeff doesn't know this, but every morning I get up and I'm like, man, I hope Jeff says he's not going to the gym. I hope Jeff says he's not going to the gym. But the reality is I would go anyways. If Jeff stopped going, I would still go to the gym. The reason I am back in the gym is because Jeff came and said, all right, motherfucker, you want to go to the gym? I'll go to the gym, but you have to go at 6 o'clock in the morning. I said, don't think I won't fucking get my ass up and go to the gym. And you know what happened when I started doing that? You know what I had to change to make that happen? Not a fucking thing. I still go to bed at the same time. I still get the same amount of shit done. If anything, I get more shit done because I have more energy. I'm not taking any more fucking rest time. I'm not fucking sleeping any longer. On the weekends, I go to bed maybe an hour early and I wake up an hour early, so I get 2 more hours of sleep maybe on Saturday or Sunday. But I still sleep 5.5 hours. I just get shit done when I fucking feel like getting it done. But that was the thing. So yesterday, I started running some... Well, I'm not going to tell you. We are out there further in Facebook right now. And it is showing up in people's feeds who are not subscribed to us. We have done some targeted marketing, just like our competitors have done. And we are now targeted marketing to our competitors. So what's happening is dudes that see these other groups that they're fans of, several of them are dudes that highly don't like us. So they're seeing us and they are now talking about us. And what's happening is... You have dudes of the mindset, well, at least they're talking to you. That's true. It doesn't matter what they're saying about you as long as they're saying it about you. You can see that in news, for instance, or in Kanye West or whatever, right? Whoever there's the chick with the fat ass, the big booty.
Oh, Kardashians?
You can see it on the Kardashians. They don't care what they're saying. They just do some crazy shit to get back in the media. So somebody had commented, well, at least they're talking to you. I go, right. I figured out a way to harness that and make that benefit even further. And what that is it is such a big animal now, and they always call them here's going to come the cucks, or here's going to come the fanboys. We don't send those guys. I don't even know there's shit talkers out there until people who like us, I see posts about it, and there'll be 20, 30 comments. And by the time I go see the original comment of the dude talking shit, there's fucking 40 dudes on there going, what are you talking about? I get my stuff from SOE literally in 48 hours. These dudes are still on this shit of, he'll take your money, he's not going to ship your shit for years. Yeah, there was some shit where it took years to ship it. We said no ETA. Those are the old days. Like, we're shipping stuff, 80% of our orders are shipping same or next day. You order an EDC or a low profile belt, it's shipping today. Or tomorrow. And tomorrow, Saturday, you might fucking still get a tracking number on Saturday. We're limited by the post office at this point. But those days are over. And it's always, every one of them. The one I saw yesterday was in some airsoft group. It's a Navy SEAL group. I'm like, what the fuck? And turns out it's mostly Italian airsofters. Oh, okay. The Italians love us until they can't have their special thing. Yeah. And that's what this dude is. Willis made some fucking awesome stuff. Willis made some awesome stuff back in the 90s. Everybody knows he's a piece of shit. I'll never give him a dime of my money. And guys started going, what are you talking about? Who's Willis? Blah, blah, blah. And there's, oh yeah, that dude's an asshole. Well, I heard because, he fucked my cousin's brother's sister back in, that kind of shit, back in high school.
Which is quite possible.
Which is fuck. I might be your father. Like, that's no bullshit. So, dude's like, what are you talking about? And he starts running his mouth about all the shit. And like 10 dudes are like, I get my shit. I've ordered like 20 times from SOE this year. These guys, and they're like, what's your problem with Willis? He goes, well, I asked for some custom stuff and he was a totally arrogant asshole to me. I know who you are, fuckstick. Like, I remember the conversation. I was literally, you were PMing me on Facebook. I was in Costco, Brentwood Costco, as a matter of fact. And Amanda's like, what are you doing? I go, this dude wants, and he's friends with Pasquale Santaro. Pasquale Santaro was a fucking really, really good customer until you told him no. He was of the mindset that I should do whatever he wanted to do. And he still hits us up. So this other dude hits us up. And he wants, basically they want old school patrol vest or land warfare vest. And I said, no. And he kept going. He's like, any price, whatever. I'm like, okay, for $2,000, I will make your rig. That's too much. I go, well, then make it yourself, because that's what it's going to cost for me to not do what I want to do this weekend and go to the shop and make your shit. That literally for $2,000, I would have went and made it. And he is mad about that. He is mad that I will not stop what I'm doing, and my price was too high. But that was the price. That's the reality of it. For me to not go with my family this weekend and go eat some fucking food in a bigger town and go see a movie and go take Amanda shopping or do whatever, that price to disappoint my family is $2,000. And I've learned that the guys always wanted 3-day backpacks. And I didn't want to make 3-day backpacks. We had one that held a gas mask, had mag pouches, all this shit on it. I didn't want to make them. And every time we would go to the Pomona Gun Show, dude's like, how much for this backpack? I'm like, it's not for sale. Well, name your price. I go, I will make you one for $500. And 10 motherfuckers standing there would give me $500. I would literally have $5,000 and have to go make fucking backpacks I didn't want to make. So I kept raising the price. And amazingly, I can still stay full-time busy with a crazy-ass price. I just weed out some of those, and those dudes, they're easier to deal with. And that's what that shit's about. And then there was another one we posted on the advertising. I was even questioning if my advertising was running because I couldn't find my ad anywhere in Facebook. And then somebody tagged me, and there's like 20 dudes fucking literally. It's awesome because I run some targeting marketing that is advertising to major competitors. So if you're a fan of Chevy and I'm Ford, you're now seeing my Ford ads on all your Chevy groups because you've liked and commented and participated on Chevy groups. So 20 dudes show up on these guys, on these posts, putting up photos of bags. Like these dudes own 10 bags, 20 bags, 30 bags. I ordered yesterday. I ordered 20 times this year. It's fucking awesome. And a lot of them are dudes like, I don't even know who they are. So like it's out there. It's bigger than like I think it's big. And one dude's like, that's ridiculous. You should get a class 3 for that. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I've never heard of a class 3 sewing machine. We had a class 7 sewing machine. I know number 6 cord, class 3, machine guns. What the fuck is this dude talking about? And by the time I see the comment again, there's like 20 people have replied just to this dude's comment. And what he's mad about, that's too expensive. You should have armor in that backpack for that price. And you look at his photo, like always. And the other thing is, every time you see a shit talker, it's an anonymous name. Like, you can't ever, like, see a shit talker, click on his shit, and see his shit. He's got his page completely locked down. Or on YouTube last night, one of the main shit talkers said to tell you hello. And he's like,
hello?
Yeah, tell Skully hello. Or a Merry Christmas. Like, tell Skully I said Merry Christmas.
And then talk shit?
No, he talked a lot of shit, and that was his quote. That was his
closing?
I'll show you, tell Skully Merry Christmas.
Oh, great.
So, the shit talker with the armored backpack. He wants an armored backpack. And he names some company, and people are like, that's shit. And I go, look. And I didn't blast him or anything. I just said, look, there's a product for every consumer. If there's not a consumer for the product will go away, and time will tell. I said something to the effect of, Hyundai and a Porsche will both get you to work. They're both cars. They both have 4 wheels. That's where the similarities stop, though.
Right.
And there is a buyer for both of those. I would rather fucking drive a Porsche than and especially if it's my family's life that depends on it, I'm not going to fucking buy that product. If you're just buying it to not use, which whatever, cool. That's 90% of the dudes buying shit. They're not. That's how fucking Blackhawk used to stay in business with that lifetime warranty. The shit failed constantly all the time. Everybody knew it. But 90% of their customers never used it, so there was no failure for it. So, and that's what I said. I go, there's a customer for everyone. I go, us on the other hand, we've been in business for 30 years and have always had more demand than we could fucking make capacity. So, time will tell. And he kept commenting and kept commenting. And it's still going this morning. The comments were still going on. I go, look, this says it all. Go look at the dude's photographs. Like, that speaks volumes. Like, and secondly, why is a man going to spend this much time talking shit about something he doesn't agree with? Why don't you go buy the other backpack made in China and put your armor in it and fucking call it a day? Be happy. Like, be done with it. And their rebuttal is always, well, you're spending time on it. Of course I'm spending time on it. I'm the one fucking making the money. Well, no matter which way we're talking, I'm always the one that benefits. Like, I always win. If I can't win, you don't see me playing that fucking game. I'm not on that fucking field. we always fucking win. Whether you like us or you don't like us, we always win. What you'll never find is me out talking some shit about some shit I don't like that doesn't affect me or benefit me.
Every time if you're spending time talking shit, every time you post some shit, a new person sees that feed. A new person sees that link.
Everybody that sees you post, every group you're in.
And they immediately go, what the fuck? Especially if they've never heard of the company. They go, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And you know what they do? They go to the webpage. And then they look at the webpage and they go, oh, hey, I need one of those. And then they buy it. What
you do is the product that you don't like or the person you don't like or what you're talking shit about, you start to see that all around you. You see other people talking positively about SOE, you start to see those products. Guys at your work typically don't like you because you do that in every aspect of your life. You spend all your time talking shit about something you don't like. You're Bob. We call that guy Bob. Who the fuck invited Bob? We go out after work and we all go to the fucking bar and we have a drink and we have some pizza or whatever, and in walks Bob, and everybody looks at each other like, who the fuck invited Bob? And everybody's like, Bob must have overheard us, or he saw that we were here because we checked
cars
in
the parking lot.
Yeah, like you're Bob, and people don't like Bob. They have to tolerate Bob. They really, in the real world, they would fucking knock your teeth out. But this is not the fucking same world anymore in the corporate environment. So they will start to buy SOE product more to fuck with you than because they want the product. Once they have the product, it's like a gateway drug, and they buy more product every time they need it. And they're like, hey, this stuff's pretty cool. And that's how that shit works. Skinny Medic had a customer or a student in class posted up a picture of an SOE vehicle med bag. He's like, this thing's totally rad. I want to steal this. So some guys tagged me in and I said, hey, what color do you want? He has some of our product. I've seen some of his reviews and stuff. And he said, I like Typhon. So we actually, that day, that right then, we cut some extra and ran them and just sent it to him. He did a review on it. He really likes the product. And without fail, there's somebody, of course, with a fake name. There's two or three of them. All of them fake names. All of them, like all dudes that we've banned. And he's like, you know who, and he's like, fuck John. He wrote a big diatribe, like 2 fucking paragraphs of, he'll rob you, he's an asshole, he's arrogant, he's a douche, like, all the fucking talking points for the, it's like he was reading off the, how to fuck, we don't like SOE fucking laminated card. So I said, who the fuck are you? I go, the difference between you and I is one of us knows who the other one is.
That's right.
The other guy, nobody gives a fuck who you are. Like, you don't even have enough conviction in what you're saying to use your real name. And it was something about dead hiking or something. So he commented a few times. I go, look. And he said that I think he said we had his order. I stole from him. I was rude to him. Really, he said John was mean to me. And I go, dude, I don't know who you are. I go, but since you're here on another person's page talking about me, post up the emails or the PMs or whatever it was. Post your shit up. And he goes, well, I'm sure you have it. And, in that conversation where you were telling me you were a veteran and you're better than me, I go, you have me fucking confused with somebody else. I said, we never had a conversation about me being in the military. And again, nobody knows who the fuck you are.
Yep.
So he's like, well, tell Skully I said Merry Christmas. This is how that ended. There was a couple of, a couple others. And then there's another dude in there that commented like 8 times on those fucking posts that said the same shit. Fallon Willis. I'm like, well, I just fucking right-clicked your picture, and when I put it into Google search, it comes up as a registered child molester. So, way to skyline yourself. Like, it's the mentality of it. Like, people spending time on shit they don't like.
If you're a child of the 80s, I get it. Go ahead. Everybody wants to be Maverick. So you got your what were we using back then?
F-14.
What's that? No, what's Dwayne still used for fucking internet? Like nobody.
AOL.
LOL. So you got your first AOL account and you're like, oh man, I'm going to be Maverick 21 or Pussycat 32 because everybody.
Or Avocado Man.
Yeah, or Avocado Man. That guy is awesome. Or some sort of nickname that because everybody wanted to have a cool pilot nickname. I get it. If you were born in that time period and you're still running with Maverick 22 or Avocado Man, I get it. But if you're going to engage in a conversation that you want people to take seriously, or you're going to talk shit and you want people to take you seriously, sign your name at the bottom. Because realistically, if you're hiding in your mom's basement and you're using Avocado Man, you don't even exist. I don't even care what you have to say. You may have the cure for cancer, but if you're not willing to put your fucking name on it, it doesn't mean a goddamn thing. You can contact me through my fucking name. So
it's the same.
Why can't I contact you?
It's almost the same with Hotmail nowadays. Hotmail account.
Hotmail.
Hotmail is on par with your MySpace. You're probably still fucking using MySpace. Like, there's a new world. Like, you can get in it, or you can stay out of it.
God, MySpace must be totally underground.
They say it's still there. Like, I saw somebody posting
it must be one of those things.
Every now and then I will
like
Google. Every now and then I'll Google John Willis SOE tactical gear just to see. And that's usually where I find the little shit talkers and stuff. But my MySpace page will fucking show up when I fucking... None of the music works on there anymore. Yeah. But, like, MySpace was just to bang bitches. Like, I was meeting chick. Like, MySpace was like being able to just walk into a club and go, hey, you want to go fuck? Without having to actually go to the club. Like, that's all MySpace. Like, that's all it was.
Get MySpace accounts and start talking to each other on MySpace. I want the NSA to have to change their whole algorithm because they're like, some shit's happening in MySpace.
Imagine, for instance, like, all the time I took picking up chicks. Imagine if I'd have taken half that fucking energy of trying to get pussy and put it into trying to make money. Imagine where we'd fucking be standing right now. Imagine what would fucking be happening right now. Fucking use your time. Fucking use your energy. Use your time. Use your resources on something that's going to benefit you. If you're sitting around talking about people that you don't like, and that doesn't hurt us. I'm not trying to get you guys to stop talking shit. I have said for years, when you guys talk shit, I make $20,000 that day. It happens, like, and not I make $20,000 that day. I make an extra $20,000 that day, every fucking time. Because while you're talking shit, I will draw attention to you, and then more people and more people and more people and more people. It boosts my algorithms, and then I use your name as a discount code, and guys spend $10, $20, as high as $50,000 because they don't like you, man. They don't fucking like people like you. For every one dude that bothers to type, there's 1,000 watching it, and they don't like you. And the psychology behind it is, as if they can't touch you, they can't slap you, they can't knock your teeth out because you're a little bitch using a fake name, they will spend money with me as a fuck you to you. That's how it always works. I know you guys cannot fathom this, because if what I'm saying is true, if you take that to heart...
Well, that means you're working for us.
That means you're wrong.
It also means you're working for us. You're on the payroll for free.
And the other thing, like the dude with the vest. I said, I know that vest was for sale on eBay, because like 10 dudes sent me links for it, asking if it was real. Yes, it's real. Yes, I made it. I said, you don't even know what vest that is. And the dude's like, it took me 3 years to get the pouches for this vest. He has no clue what vest it is. He doesn't know why it's that fucking god-awful yellow tan fucking color. He doesn't know why that is. And he has no clue why it has black edge tape on it. He just knows that the SEALs use those. He has no idea the history or what that fucking rig really is. No clue whatsoever. And I don't believe that he owns the vest.
God, can we even make that? Like the Cordura? Could you find that?
Yeah, I know what color it is. I'm not going to put it out there, dudes. Like, do your own work. You can find all that. It's all out there. But that's the thing. Every time one of those rigs sells, man, they sell for $1,000, $2,000.
If that color even exists, though.
I know where to get it. I know exactly what Pantone number it is.
With all the, the tariffs and stuff, and all the colors slowing down, I'm wondering if it's even some. I mean, I'm sure there's probably 400 rolls in some warehouse somewhere that people are like, nobody orders that anymore.
I know there is
Yeah.
because when I was gone, when I first went to prison, some business advisor came in and told my ex-wife that out of the tricolor colors, you need to run all these. So they literally ran all 3 colors in the desert. They ran all 3 colors of tricolor in webbing and material. Like they had, when I came home, there was stacks to the roof of fucking all those god-awful 3-color desert colors. And you know what? Nobody bought it. The fucking warehouses called me up. Like when I started talking to my vendors again, they're like, we have all this shit that other company ran. We can send it to you. We'll give it to you half off. I'm like, I can't fucking use that bullshit.
Yeah.
We're not putting black. We put black shit on there because you couldn't get the matching edge tape and webbing without fucking running a die lot. A die lot was 5,000 yards, and I needed 5,000 yards of 1 inch, 5,000 yards of 1.5 inches, 5,000 yards of 2 inch. That's $15,000 just in 3 sizes of webbing. And then I need 3 sizes of hook Velcro and 3 sizes of loop Velcro. Shit, I was literally driving to the shop 30 miles away because that was the only shop I could afford. I shared it with Dwayne from Strider Knives, and I would sleep on the floor of the shop for a week or 2 weeks because I didn't have gas money to drive home. I slept in the fucking shop. I traded Marines when they were coming back from the field and throwing MREs away. I traded them the MREs that were getting thrown away for gear here and there, and that's what I ate for the 2 weeks that I was at the shop because I couldn't afford to fucking drive home. So that's the deal. We couldn't afford the money. That's why that edge tape was like that. You guys can find what we're talking about. Go do some fucking cool shit. Fucking use your fucking time on shit you like. And I just want to say thank you, you little fucking cunts, because I know that you fucking listen to this. I know that you will see this. I know that you will listen to this. You got anything to close with?
5 Vienna sausages.
Coming to you from the underground bunker, by the way.
5 Vienna sausages.
The underground bunker. Coming to you from the underground.
I have to complain about the steps every time.
We didn't even do leg day. I still feel legs. Alright, turn that shit off.